Hey, and welcome back to Talk a Better Worlds. I am Sir Felix the Cat, and here is Hawk. And yeah, we are here for episode 44, plus 44. Good 44. Band.
Nice.
Yeah, plus 44. Anything with Mark Hoppus, which Mark Hoppus, hold on. Anything with Mark Hoppus is great.
The books.
Yes. What makes me happy is I ordered this one from Canada because I wanted to get the signed copy.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's cool.
Love it.
I mean, I have some words about Canada. They're the country we need to worry about. I'm fully on board with our invasion of Canada. Let's go. MAGA, you know?
Oh, no. I want Canada to invade us.
That would be funny.
Really, do you ever hear the stories of, we talked about it once on here. I don't know if it was the Oath Keepers or the Proud Boys or whatever scrawny dude is the leader. After he got out of prison and whatnot, he's like saying like, oh yeah, he's on Twitter like, yeah, me and my guys could take over Canada in a day. And he's like saying how we're going to go in north of like Dakota or something like that, or North Dakota.
Above.
Like,
he said above.
Yeah. Above North Dakota. Yeah. And it's like, you're dumb. And plus, if you go back and think about how Canada did in World War II, they weren't peaceful, happy, let's pass a flower. They were pretty ruthless. Dude. So I don't think they're gonna like let you just take them over. I don't know what people think.
Even World War I, like Canada was known for their war crimes in World War I. And then World War II, those dudes I think they landed on more beaches on D-Day than we did in World War II.
They were no joke.
No, their combat, they've earned their right. You know what I mean? They've proven themselves war-wise. They know their shit. But yeah, no, I heard in a casual conversation, I think at some like dollar store or something, it was not too long after you first mentioned that guy saying like above instead of north. Literally not too long after that, I hear somebody in this store talking about a place below DC. And I thought to myself, like, I almost face palmed. I'm like, it's not below, it's south.
Well,
it is
it's
south.
the secret city buried below DC.
Yeah, like the pyramids.
Yeah. Yep. That whole discussion about there being like this whole civilization underneath the pyramids in Egypt has come up again recently. And it's like, I mean, it would be cool. Like personally, it would be cool to be able to go inside the pyramids and have it like not just destroy everything inside of it because of the air and all that and how it's been, it would just dissolve basically. It'd be cool to see that, like do some Indiana Jones type adventure.
Well, isn't it just aquifers? It's just like big ass bodies of water under the pyramid, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah,
well, that's at least what we believe.
Yeah,
it was what, not sonar, or was it sonar?
No, it's some other shit. It's almost like when you get that, what is it called, where your chick goes in and gets her belly scanned with a baby.
Ultrasound. There we go.
Almost like, but it wasn't ultrasound, but it works like an ultrasound, but for the Earth.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So enough sidetrack. So what have you been playing? Or sorry, dude, what in God's name are you playing?
I lately
pull your pants back up.
Oh God, man, I can't help it. This is why I keep the camera off. I have lately been playing Everspace 2 mostly. Because I just did a really short, shitty little video about it today. It's Diablo in space, and it's really fun and big booms, and I like pew pew lasers, so I just want to shut my head off, not think about anything for now, and that's what I've been playing for the most part. But what about you?
Nice. Well, I beat whatever game I was playing, Triangle Strategy, and so. Like that's my 9th game, which I'm very happy that I only have 3 left to complete the 12, and I can just go through and start beating other stuff.
Yep.
But I started playing Disco Elysium again, which is crazy hard.
Yeah.
And it doesn't perform the best on Switch because my thing with playing games is I constantly have to like turn them off because like someone comes downstairs, or if I'm doing something else that involves me getting a lot of phone calls during the day, I have to like turn it off then. I'm not going to say what that thing is I have to do during the day, but yeah, because I shouldn't be doing things at the same time. Anyways, but yeah, I'll have turned off all the time, and it doesn't respond well to the on and off thing. So it'll just randomly crash.
Mm-hmm.
And with it not auto saving frequently, it's kind of inconvenient for me to have to reboot it up every single time.
Yeah.
So I got irritated with it this morning and or last night, and I switched games, and now I'm playing Star Overdrive, which I think I told you about that one originally.
I think you
did.
I'm pretty sure.
Hold up. That was the Dear Villagers game that I was thinking of when we talked about that. About Dear Villagers.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me just 1 second. Let me get this pulled up, because it was originally a PlayStation game, and then it came over to Switch recently. And it has to be a good picture. Let me pop this up. Show screen. So yeah, it plays a lot like Breath of the Wild. Like it has that same format where you're exploring this big open map. You have to go to these towers, which you can kind of see it, one right there, and there's a big one over here.
Yeah.
And it's pretty free and open. You also get like some abilities that remind me of Zelda, where like it's this might be a good picture. You kind of see it. He's shooting his beam to like move that object right there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got like a lot of mechanics that remind me of it, just hardcore. But the movement is so dope. So dope. Because you're on your like magic surfboard type thing.
Yeah.
Like it's a hoverboard, and it's so fun. You do tricks like, so instead of moving the camera with the right stick, that's your trick stick. So whenever you do a jump, just start like flicking it different directions. Your guy starts doing like crazy combinations, which give you a boost once you land, or it helps builds up your ability meter.
Yeah.
And boss fights are crazy. You attach onto this thing as it's like jumping in and out of the ground. And so like you're being pulled on it by your like magic rope thing, your skill, whatever it is. And then when it comes up, you start shooting it with another special you have, like another skill. And then like after you knock it down a little bit, it comes at you, and you can like press X to attack it, or Y to stun it, something like that. It's
cool.
It's a beautiful game. But I can already tell it's going to have that same issue I have with Breath of the Wild. There's not enough story. There's probably, I feel like there's more so far, and I'm only a couple hours into it. There's more than Breath of the Wild so far.
Oh, that's not.
But I don't know how long it's going to carry on, because there's really only two characters. It's you and your girlfriend. And you're trying to find your girlfriend.
It seems more like a game that's propped up by its gameplay and like just aesthetics. Like it's a very nice looking game. So it looks like the environment's changed quite a bit too.
Yeah. It's a weird, crazy planet, and it's pretty dope.
Yeah, it looks awesome. I really like the art style, like a lot. And I bet you it's smooth as hell, like gameplay wise.
Yep.
It feels really smooth. So
some people don't like the fact that when you're on your board, you can't move the camera. It's all trick stick if you're doing that. So it does feel a little clunky-ish in that part, but not enough to make me say like there's anything bad about it.
Yeah, it looks cool. Carlitos mentioned $50 for, I assume, Everspace 2. Yeah, it's I think I mentioned that in the video, that like if you really like ARPGs and want one in space, $50 is probably okay, especially because you could easily put like 400 hours in the game without grinding the hell out of everything. But in my opinion, get it on sale, and if you're getting it on PC, visually it is fucking incredible. Like that's the only way to put it. It is a visually incredible game. Every light source puts off light. It's kind of a resource hog a little bit. Like everything feels heavy because of visuals and sound, and that to me is really important. So it's a high quality production. We'll put it that way.
Yeah, absolutely. But this is your guy's weapon, a keytar.
That's nice. I like that.
Yeah. The other thing that's dope about this is the music. Soundtrack is beautiful. You can actually, when you pick up a new song somewhere, you can go to it in your menu and it has a QR code so you can pull it up and play it on your phone.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Is that a cassette player in the Keytar?
The what?
A cassette player.
Oh, yeah. So it's really cool how that works. You pick up cassettes that will either give you an ability or give you some story. So like when you pick one up, say it's a story one, like one of the old people on this planet left it behind, you pop it on there and your dude pops on his headphones and then it'll start playing and you're still just walking around doing stuff. But that's
cool.
Yeah, everything about this so far is I'm loving it. I am loving this.
Looks like there's a distortion pedal called Morningstar Overdrive.
Yeah, Morningstar Overdrive. The only thing I will say about this, the one thing I have an issue with a lot of games, I'm not into the whole perviness thing. And you're picking up pictures of your girlfriend randomly. First one, it's just her chilling there. The second one, she's like, has her shirt like cropped up pretty high. And it's just like, oh, you're starting to give me vibes of the next one's going to be a little too just, like, why? I mean, I get it. It's your girlfriend. So if I'm in that mindset, if my wife sent me a picture like that, I'm not going to be grossed out by it. But
yeah, no,
but I don't want to see some like borderline hentai stuff. It's not my jam.
It could be done. It just has to be done tastefully. And for the love of Christ, make sure the characters aren't actual children before doing that.
Yeah, I don't know how old you're supposed to be. I mean, I'd say he's like, what, 15, 16?
He looks like, I mean, well, it's the animation style. He could be anywhere from like 15 to 35.
Yeah. Dude, I was looking at a list of characters. Somebody took the main characters of Tales of and set them by age. I did not know Yuri which is the one I told you about where he's like the vigilante one that kills people. He's 21. He's the oldest character in all of Tales of. I was like, that's nuts. That is nuts. Never would have guessed. He looks so young.
How old is he? I missed that.
21.
See? That's like 13 to 35.
Yeah, like he doesn't look old.
Lolly can be done tastefully. No.
Yeah.
No, that cannot be done tastefully.
Absolutely.
Just nudity in games can be done tastefully. It can be.
Yeah. Which is funny because I don't have an issue with it in Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
I feel like you're going for it in Cyberpunk. Like if you go to the prostitute, you know what you're going for.
Yeah.
Which I did it once to see what the animation was like, and it was like, wow, this is very realistic looking. Like they really went all the way.
At that point, it comes down to how often are you visiting the virtual prostitute in Cyberpunk, but that's a player problem, not a game problem. But no, I mean, some games can do it tastefully. It's just as long as they're not children.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So we're done with this. And since I'm rude, hey everybody. Gotta say hi to everyone.
Hello.
Yeah.
The Kratom Sober Squad.
Yeah. All right. Now it's time for the news. So I'm going to start off this with something we don't talk about often, which is sports. And it's because it deals with Aaron Rodgers and this is a theory and it's a prediction, not a report. And they're saying that Aaron Rodgers is like 40 something. He's up there in age for a football player.
Yeah.
And he's had many injuries, so he's slowed down. They're talking about they think he'll be going back to the Green Bay Packers for a one-day contract to retire as a Packer. Now, as a Green Bay Packers fan, I fully support it. I don't like him anymore. Like, he was a good player. He's been washed up for years, like at least 4 years. And yeah, the things he's been talking about lately, I've just been completely against. I don't approve of him lying about the whole vaccination thing and trying to be shady and acting like it's everybody else's fault that he lied. I don't appreciate that. COVID was a serious thing. It did kill people, and you should not want your teammates to possibly get sick because you don't want to do something you should do. I understand if you're against the vaccine. If that's the case, tell them I'm not going to play because I'm not vaccinated. Be honest.
Yeah, at least, stand up for whatever you believe in, however stupid it might be.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, there's still a chance he's going to go with the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's still open. They were meeting today. I don't know how that's gone. But yeah, I fully support him retiring as a Packer because he played basically his whole career with the Packers. Let him have it.
Yeah, I have no opinion on him. Isn't he a dick? That's what I remember. I remember hearing some shit about him.
Yeah, most of the time he is. Yeah. He's pretty self-centered. He has that main character type mentality, but he is like an all-star quarterback, so I kind of get why he has that. Everybody's worshipped him for years.
Yeah, and he's also rich as hell, so by default I kind of hate him. Yeah, no, he can fade off and ride off into the sunset. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Shoo. That's my opinion on him.
All right, next we're going to talk about an interesting story, crazy story that I read earlier this week. Lincoln County woman faces child abuse charges for allegedly trading child for monkey.
What?
A Missouri foster mother has been charged with child abuse and endangerment as authorities investigate whether she traded an adopted daughter to someone in Texas for a monkey and mistreated other children in her care. And when I say other children, this lady is 70. And in the past, 2 decades, I think it was, she has been the adoptive parent of around 200 children.
Oh my God. So
right?
Has she been abusing all of them, or is this?
Yeah, that's what's coming out is,
dude.
Yeah, those children suffered physical and emotional abuse.
This is another cyst, like another fucking problem on our child care system.
Yeah.
How like if you go up for adoption, like have you known anybody who's adopted or anything like that, or went to foster care and shit?
Yeah, I didn't know anybody who was adopted, but I grew up with kids who were adopted, but their parents were like their adopted parents were basically their real parents. That's all they ever knew. They were great to them. Went to school with them from kindergarten on to through 8th grade.
But there's a lot of cases where it turns out okay. A kid is adopted by parents and they're totally fine. They live their life. They may or may not even know they're adopted, depending on, if it's like if it's like a black kid with white parents, you'll probably know at some point. But you may or may not know, and that's fine. You go off, have a good life. Your parents love you, et cetera, et cetera. But a lot of there are way too many cases in our child care system where these kids are put in homes that are like fucking torture dungeons. And they are treated horrifically by people who hate children and probably just want to take kids in because they want to hurt them. And there's no way to tell unless the kid like dies or comes up with like, looks beaten and shit like that. And that's if CPS is even paying attention, because most of the time they're not. They're a fucking joke. Like I could tell you firsthand, CPS is a joke, dude. So this is just another pustule on America's ass. This is another extension of all of our problems.
And going off of that whole CPS thing, the girl told authorities she was beaten with wooden trim, shoes, and a paddle. A detective with Lincoln County Sheriff's Office wrote in the probable cause statement, the girl said that she tried to tell people what was happening, but no one believed her.
Yep. No one believes these kids.
Yeah.
And it's because like people think like, oh, it's a kid, they're stupid. And I mean, they are stupid, but like you should believe them when they say shit. At least like it's if a kid comes to you saying, X happened, you should at least take that at face value and investigate it instead of just writing it off, because they're probably being honest.
Yep. But the one good thing, I mean, this is a terrible story, but the one good thing is the girl did say she wasn't subjected to forced labor or sexual abuse. That last part, very grateful for. We don't need that.
Yeah, that is a plus. It's not like a hardcore trafficking kind of shit. But if it was that kind of shit, you'd probably never hear about it.
Oh, sorry. I just thought of this. I forgot. I should have added this to the list. Did you hear what happened with the Pennsylvania governor?
No.
Somebody tried to pull a Nancy Pelosi's husband on him.
Oh,
some guy broke into the mansion, and luckily he was stopped. Like, he was caught by the police before anything could happen. But the guy even admitted, he was like, yeah, if I had found him, I was going to bash his head in with a hammer.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Because he hates Democrats.
Oh, okay. Okay. There we go.
Yeah.
I figured it was probably, I mean, look, if there's an act of terrorism from a domestic source, 99% of the time it's going to be a Republican.
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad.
Or a right winger in general.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't even call them Republicans. I still don't believe that the MAGA party is Republican, because they don't believe in Republican beliefs. No. They don't believe in any policy whatsoever. And at least Republicans believe in some policy. Yeah, like your baseline Republicans.
There's a lot of Republicans, both like, actual officials and just regular voters who dislike Trump and the Trump movement, because they do still stick to their guns as real Republicans who actually believe in like the rule of law and shit like that. They're still shitty people ultimately, but they at least aren't cultists,
Yep. And there's the same thing on Democrats. There's a lot of them that are dumb. They don't really believe in policy. They just want to be the opposite of the Republicans, and especially mainly the opposite of MAGA. And they're just as bad. They're trash.
Yep. They are just as bad.
Yeah, there are a lot of your vocal ones on Twitter. I mean, there's some on Twitter that are decent. They know what they're talking about, but they get a lot of followers who are just dumb as bricks.
Dude, like I said it again, how Kyle Kalinske didn't seem to understand, what was it, the 13th Amendment?
Yeah.
With slavery and shit. Like, you're going to call yourself a left-wing lib dem political commentator and you don't even know the details of the 13th Amendment?
Yeah. Well, I mean, as we talked about, Americans are pretty dumb.
Yeah.
Like, we all know that there's a terrible education system here, but we're just dumb. Like, for some reason, our fellow Americans are idiots.
That's because they're trapped. They're kept that way.
Yeah. And they have no interest to try to get better.
Yeah, because they're too busy being distracted by all this shit.
Yeah.
We talked about that in the Discord. Actually, I don't know if you saw that. It's the trap, dude. The great American trap.
Yep. All right. Let's move on to the next one, because this is a crazy story. It's a bunch of craziness. What happens when an arms dealer publishes your video game?
You celebrate? Depends on the arms dealer, I guess.
So this is about the device here. The mod Retro Chromatic made waves for a number of reasons when it launched last year, and rightly so. It's a beautiful Game Boy Color. Let's just skip all that nonsense. Yeah, I got a 8 out of 10 review, but where's the part I'm looking for? It is. Yes, here we go. A little bit of digging after the review went up quickly revealed why the guy behind it all is such a polarizing character. And that's because he is he describes himself as this, a radical Zionist.
Oh, fuck him then. Fuck him and his system.
Yeah. He claimed that societies have always needed a warrior class that is enthused and excited about enacting violence on others in pursuit of good aims. You need people like me who are sick in that way and who do not lose any sleep making tools of violence in order to preserve freedom.
So how would he feel if that was flipped against him?
Well, then it wouldn't be right. It wouldn't be good aims.
Yeah.
It'd be bad.
It's good because I say so. Violence is good when it's used for my things that I agree with. Yeah, no, fuck this guy. He's a stupid asshole.
Yep. It's fantastic. Yeah, it's Palmer Luckey. That's his name. He's the founder of Mod Retro, which is the maker of the Chromatic.
That color scheme for those 3 stripes at the bottom make a lot more sense now.
Oh, the black, white, and red?
Yep.
Yep. It's fun stuff. And then let's talk about Nintendo Switch 2. And how Nintendo is probably seriously considering a Switch 2 price increase in the US, but former marketing leads very hopeful that it will ultimately eat the cost. Now let's all have a good laugh at that.
No, they won't.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fully expecting it to go up $50.
I would guess 100, maybe even 150. I mean, it's Nintendo, dude.
Yeah. Yep. And what's sad is also on this is another thing I want to talk about is so the PS5, the standard one, has had price increases since it dropped. Without tariffs being involved in this, it's had price increases.
What the hell?
Yeah. It's just been having price. They recently decided to drop the price of the disk drive itself, which people are taking that as like so you're basically trying to say like, hey, we'll meet you halfway, which that's a pretty bad attempt to be, I don't know, cool with the public.
Yeah, well, it's a Japanese company. They're not too good at that.
Yeah. Well, Sony of a PlayStation is a American.
Yeah, but do you think that like the Japanese execs still call the shots for them? Like, I have a feeling that they still call the shots.
I'm mixed on that because it seemed like Jim Ryan fully like ran things.
Maybe. I mean, I could see it both ways. It's just these Japanese companies, dude. These like CEOs and everything, and shareholders and shit for Japanese companies. They're very, very like the company is their baby. It's their like their thing. You know what I mean? They identify with this company. It's just how they tend to do shit. So I could see it going either way.
Dude, this Metroidvania right here looks crazy.
It looks pretty cool. I've been looking at this. I like
I love some Metroidvanias.
The blue streak when you swing the sword. I like that.
Which let's talk about this. A little side topic. If you have, I think it's on PC too, but if you have a Switch and you want a good Metroidvania, Owlboy. It's a short game, but it is so good. So good.
I think I heard of that one.
I told you about when I got it.
Maybe you told me about it. Let me see.
2 words. There we go. Owlboy. It's 1 word. Yeah, you're a little owl dude, and it's got a good story. It's got fun gameplay. It's challenging, but you won't like. It's not like frustratingly hard.
Yeah, no, this one looks good.
Yeah, I loved it. It's an indie game, a Norwegian independent developer, D-Pad Studio.
D-Pad Studio, yeah, and they published it too. So
yeah,
they probably know somebody who has money who threw it at them.
Yeah, I bought it used on a whim, physical, and I was like, this is beautiful. Like, I'm glad I just chose a random game.
Yeah, that's how you should do it. I mean, then honestly, you choose a random indie game at this point, and like 9 out of 10 times, you're going to have a better time than if you just bought, one AAA game for $80 to $1,000, whatever the fuck they're going for now. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to this. I forgot that. Oh, hey, Pinky. Should never. Yeah. Yep. Shouldn't have brought up Kratom. So the PS5 has gone up, but we haven't seen any increase for the PS5 Pro yet.
Is the Pro out yet?
Yeah, it's been out.
Oh, shit. Okay.
If the Pro does go up, and they're currently already planning for the PS6, you're looking at like a $900 to $1,000 console.
Dude, nobody's buying that. Nobody's buying a PS6. Nobody's buying a PS5 Pro, dude. Like, what?
Yeah.
Are they really thinking about making a 6 at this point?
Yeah, it's like they need to understand why the PS5 Pro didn't sell. And it's not just because people don't want it, because there's people who do want the upgrade, but nobody wants to pay that price. $700 is absurd.
Yeah.
Absolutely absurd. And I believe that's the same thing where it's a discless console. So if you want to play your physical games, which a lot of people still do like physical media, the majority basically don't mind the all digital, but there's a big group of people out there who like physical. So you have to buy another like $100-something add-on to play physical media. It's trash. You're getting so screwed, and they're just happy to screw you. Just absolutely happy to screw you.
Well, to put it in perspective, too, $700 is about $250 short of a GPU that is like a generation up from the GPU that I have. It's about $950 to $990 for I forget, it's the Radeon something, like the RX some shit. I don't know. It's the equivalent to the RTS or RTX 4090. Okay, it's just under $1,000. Compared to $700 for a PS5 Pro, which really won't reach 4K. Let's be honest. Yeah. It's not gonna. It's gonna look close to 4K with some games, but they don't. They fail to tell you that. It's up to the developer too. And most of them aren't gonna fucking.
People don't understand that at all. People don't understand fidelity at all. One bit. No. They don't understand frame rate. They don't understand none of this stuff. But they all want to talk about it like they know what they're talking about. It's like, you guys don't get it. Like, no, when the Switch 2 comes out, I'm not going to be able to take like any old random game from it and just pop it in and be like, oh, now it's 4K 60. No, dude, it doesn't do that. That's not reality. The game wasn't built for that.
No game is getting up to 4K resolution on the Switch 2. None. And that's because we talked about that off the show before. Like, it's the lies from these companies. It's the same shit that Sony did, saying that the PS5 could get up to 8K. Bullshit. And then they took it off the box before anyone sued them. Yeah, because it's bullshit.
And then the PS5 Pro comes out. You know what they don't say? They don't say anything about 8K because they realized, we were going to get sued.
Yeah. I mean, I thought when I saw, because I still have a box for the PS5 that says 8K on it. When I saw that, I kind of chuckled a little bit to myself. But then I'm also like, should I sue them? Should I sue Sony because they're selling me a console that says it could go up to 8K, and you know this shit is never going to reach 8K?
Yeah. Well, I mean, hell, there was the kid. It was last year, I believe. The kid who decided to sue McDonald's or something like that because the burger didn't look the same way it did in the picture. And he won. And we're all sitting here like, dude, what is wrong with us? Are we like dumb?
Well, I mean, the whole advertising with like images or video of food used for advertising, there are so many like laws on the books for that shit. What's up, fellas?
What's up, David? I got to get an ad blocker. I got to figure out how to do one. I don't know much about ad blockers at all.
You could use a VPN too. That stops.
Yeah, I'd have to get one.
Yeah, I'm thinking of stopping mine. I barely use it anymore. And it does nothing really for security. So it's just Windows Defender is good enough. It's like, what's his name? That pirate software guy said the most prolific malware he's ever seen was Norton Antivirus.
Yeah. Dude, Norton is trash.
It's so bad.
I can't stand it. Like, at first when you have it, and if you're paying for it and you're never lapsing on payments and all that, it leaves you alone. But if you are doing like a free trial, it just puts viruses on your computer.
Oh yeah. No, it's straight up
is literally hacking you. Yeah.
It's terrible, dude.
Yep.
Oh, you see that fruit tape? Oh man, you clicked off. There was some fruit tape advertised, man.
We're going to talk about this guy. This is such an upsetting situation. He's the one who's in El Salvador, and he's a legal American citizen.
Okay. So
what
happened here?
He got scooped up because they thought he was part of that gang.
Yeah, whatever.
The Venezuelan gang. I can't remember their name. But he's in El Salvador, and Supreme Court unanimously voted 9-0 to bring him back. And sadly, it was just shown as like, no, we're not going to do it. And that's sad. And then the El Salvador president was just like, nah, I'm not going to do it.
So the administration was just like, nah.
Yeah.
So laws don't matter, I guess.
Yeah, and that's sad. I mean, because he has a kid. That's why it's so sad. He has a kid who now doesn't have their dad, and that's upsetting to me. But I'm going to move on from that. Dude? Yeah, he didn't do anything.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. Now, these last two stories are more of Sir Felix is going to rant. And the first one is Nintendo confirms interesting detail about the Switch 2 cartridge. The Switch 2 cartridge tastes bad, so kids don't put it in their mouth and swallow it.
Wait, really?
Yeah, well, here's the thing. This is on the Switch 1 as well. This is nothing new. Like, nothing new. We are literally taking a story that's been talked about for, how old is the Switch? That many years. And we're bringing it up like, oh, this is a brand new thing. Who would have thought they would do something this clever? It's like, dude, it's been around. It's been a thing. Like, the PS4 used discs. But you know what? The PS5 used discs. That's so amazing. It uses discs. We've never heard of that.
Hey, did you hear about that new thing they're doing for the Switch 2? They use these cartridges, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, I don't and we've been doing this with multiple stories. Like, it happens in politics, in movies, and all this nonsense. People like find something that's been talked about for years. And they're like, this all new thing that's never happened before is happening now. And it's like, oh my God. Like,
well, it's a cycle, dude, because Americans are stupid. They forget shit in like T-minus 2 weeks. And you could just bring something up from like a year ago because everybody's already forgotten.
Yeah. And it's I don't get it. I don't know. Like, I don't even care about the story. It was just the fact that we're repeating something and they're acting like it's new. Like it's news. What part of this is news?
It's the adult version of brain rot, dude. It's non-tent.
Yeah,
non-content.
I cannot stand it. It's like, did you know Assassin's Creed has assassins?
Oh shit, really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, who's gonna fight? Like, I assume you fight like kings and stuff like that, right? It's not like there's a group of people that you take out in particular. I mean,
nope, just all kings.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw King Washington too. Yeah. I mean, wouldn't it be cool if they had these guys called the Templars in there? I don't know. It's just a weird idea.
All right, and this one, I love the actor, so I'm not gonna like bash on him specifically. But Black Ranger Walter Emmanuel Jones reacts to a writer for the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers series who came out in an interview and said it was a mistake, or it was probably a mistake that we casted a black man as the Black Ranger and an Asian person as the Yellow Ranger.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a...
Right? So you understand that.
Yeah.
So people are just like, are taking this and like, how can we make this a controversy? Oh, let's just take out the fact that he's saying for those colors and just make it was a mistake to hire a black and an Asian person.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
It's like, dude, quit trying to make something racist when the guy's literally being anti-racist in his statement. He's saying hiring a black person to play the Black Ranger feels pretty racist. A yellow person to play the Yellow Ranger, or an Asian person to play the Yellow Ranger, pretty racist. Totally messed that up. I'm looking over here seeing yellow, and it's like, yeah, yellow person.
An accidental racism.
But it is so frustrating that people want to make a controversy out of things that aren't controversial. Like the person was saying like, yeah, we screwed up. We were probably not thinking it through, but we were being racist at the moment.
Yeah.
And that was a mistake. He never said we never should have hired Walter Emmanuel Jones.
Black man, yeah. Well, first of all, I want to say, if I was Walter Emmanuel Jones, I would drop the Walter because Emmanuel Jones is a absolute power name. That's a fucking awesome name. But it just sounds cool. But you want to go even further, they had a chick as the Pink Ranger too. And women in pink and boys in blue. Like it wasn't the Blue Ranger named Justin too?
No, it's Billy.
Billy. Oh, Billy. Okay. So it's like you went with the stereotypes with some other shit. And then you had a black dude as the Black Ranger and a Asian chick as the Yellow Ranger. And yeah, it's a little fucked up. Hindsight is 2020. But no, if people are saying, if they're twisting this and saying like, oh, they should have never hired a black person or an Asian person, it's like you missed the fucking plot.
Yeah. It's like, read the thing, pay attention to the words. And then if you want to make a comment about that, anything you say that's negative is you just being the racist one.
It's just another excuse for people to exert their racist bullshit, really, because they're frothing at the mouth looking for this kind of shit, and then they run with it. It's more of the same. Yep. I'm glad that the writer actually talked about it, though, that someone involved actually said, yeah, maybe that was a little fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And that made me so mad when I read that. It's like, are you guys serious? Are you being serious right now? We're doing this?
Yeah, they're doing it.
I don't get it.
Oh, you didn't bring anything up for the gameplay reveal of what the hell's it called?
Oh, Marathon?
Marathon, yeah.
I'll describe Marathon to you. So go and take like a early release on the PS2 or a generic asset ripoff on Switch, and you have Marathon.
It's Concord 2. That's my call.
Yeah, it doesn't look great in any way. I hate the look of it. Like when I first saw it, I was like, this looks like an early Switch game.
Yeah. Oh, it does take place in the original Marathon universe and timeline. It is canon to the old Marathon games from what I'm seeing. So yeah, I think that game's going to be absolutely dead on arrival. It looks like
Marathon shit. The original ones, they were the first shooters I liked, and I don't like many shooters. So them to like really, and it's made by the same people, for Bungie to take their baby, which I love, the first thing I love from them, and just basically be like, well, we're going to destroy it. It's just an insult.
Well, and it's a PvPvE extraction shooter in the same vein as Escape from Tarkov, if you're familiar with that. Yeah. And you're going to run into the same problems that you have. Like the reason I don't play Escape from Tarkov is the game sounds fucking awesome. It looks awesome. The reason I don't play that game is because there are so many sweaty tryhards that use like auto aim bots and have these little things where every player has a little green box around them and you can see them through fucking walls and shit. No thanks. There's a game called The Forever Winter. If you want a really good PvE, not PvEVP, just PvE extraction shooter that takes place in an awesome universe that's terrifying to behold, look up Forever Winter. It's in early access at this point, has a lot of issues right now, but it will be an incredible game. And the devs behind that game are in themselves incredible. So get that game. Don't get Marathon.
Yeah.
It's also inspired by Akira. Didn't we say that before?
Yeah.
The Forever Winter is heavily visually inspired by Akira and the Animatrix series.
Sorry, just seeing if I could turn on the ad blocker, seeing if I can figure out how to do that.
That's all right.
My settings. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, there was another game I played on PS4 that was similar vein in a way. Basically, you went out, you're in Russia, and you go out, collect some stuff, try not to die, maybe see another player, and that's when it gets scary. But there's like the NPCs you could kill, collect your stuff, go back to your base, and build up your base.
A cutesier version. It's like a top-down kind of side-scrolly version of an extraction shooter. It's called Zero Sievert or Sievert or something. I mentioned that in a video a while back. It's another really good single-player extraction shooter. You could check that one out too. Zero Sievert, I think. Zero Sievert. Have a lot of fun with that one. It's really good. You even have like food and health and shit. You scavenge stuff. It's just a great game. It doesn't look very serious, but it can get pretty intense.
God, I can't find any. And searching for one doesn't actually bring up the game I want. I don't play my PS4, so I don't know what the heck it is. Anyways, yeah. Moving on. Moving on. All right, so we're done with the news. What is next? Game Informer is back, baby.
Yep.
So they put out since they've been down for the past few months, almost a year.
Minimum, yeah.
They are back, and they decided to be like, hey, we missed, Game of the Year 2024, so let's do our list.
Nice.
Yep, so it's their belated top 10 games of the year. And I am very happy they're back. I love the people who work for them. They seem like they care, I liked their reviews in their magazines. They were always they were fair. They weren't just like, oh, we got paid extra by Activision, so we're going to Call of Duty a 20 out of 5.
Well, they had good interviews for upcoming games too.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, super in depth. That's where I first found out about Fable.
Yeah. I mean,
and all the lies that they told about Fable.
Yeah, well, it's Stefan Molyneux, I think it is, the guy in charge of no, but the Game Informer had like the scoop, with upcoming games. So
yep. So number 10, their first one they call off, Helldivers 2. Every time we boot up Helldivers 2 with a party of friends, we drop into various alien planets to do something. There are objectives: kill bugs and robots, collect data, extract resources. But we honestly could not tell you what these are in any given mission. Which, I've seen that from a lot of people. A lot of people just go through and we're going to kill some bugs and robots.
Yeah.
What we do.
You should never take Helldivers 2 too seriously. That's when you stop having fun.
Yep. It's the most exciting live service game of the year. I fully believe that.
In the last couple of years.
Yeah. And it's also a good cooperative game, and people do make it funny, like they said. It's watching people play that and like the things they get up to is pretty funny, unless they're trying to do like the whole meta nonsense.
Did I tell you about Worm Divers? There was a glitch that happened.
No.
So basically, if you dove off of a higher area and landed on your stomach, you could basically slide around on the ground like a fucking worm. It was a bug that was in the game, so people would intentionally turn themselves into quote worm divers. Like they made whole banners online and shit. I did it with some British guy. We were worming around on the battlefield. It was so good, dude. I love Helldivers so much.
Yep. And then Marvel Rivals was their next pick, which I can give it to them. I'm not going to play it because I'm done with the whole Overwatch days. That's well behind me.
Not my thing.
Yeah, I mean, I love Marvel, so there's a reason for me to get into it. I just won't. But Marvel Rivals is the first game we wholeheartedly attempted to fuse the hero shooter genre with major superhero brand.
Yep.
And it's a match, which it makes sense. It should be a perfect match. It's that genre of games was basically built for this. Yeah.
I mean, they have heroes in these games. Like they're if this didn't work, I'd be shocked.
Yep. So yeah, I support that. So far, 2 good picks.
Yeah. Yep.
Number 8, Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. I've never personally played this one. It is on my list to eventually get, but yeah, it's a puzzle game that looks pretty crazy. From the moment you walk up to the first puzzle in Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, you are already fully absorbed and you don't even know what mystery you're working toward unraveling. The game just drips with a moody style and rewards thorough investigation of every corner of the strange mansion you find yourself exploring. Every document works its way into the hundreds of rewarding puzzle solutions, and at the end of the experience, everything you've learned comes into focus to deliver a fulfilling and surprising narrative conclusion. But story is not important in games. Remember that.
No.
Lorelei is a game that's difficult to put down and one you immediately miss after the experience concludes.
I never heard of this one before right now. I just put it on my wish list. It's on sale for $18.74 on Steam. And if I was still getting money coming in at the moment, I would buy it.
Yeah, I don't know if this is in the running for Game of the Year or like Indie Experience. It was in the list for awards this year or last year.
It looks good. Sounds good.
Yeah. Yep.
Good pick.
Now they have a bad pick. Number 7, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan. I didn't like the first one. I didn't play I don't know, what do you call that? The middle game that doesn't have a number. Yeah. It was like not part of the trilogy, but it's connected to it. Never going to play that. And then Rebirth, I have no interest in it. Yeah. It looks pretty. I'll give them that. Square Enix did what Square Enix is known for and makes a game look very pretty.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But this game just does not scream out to me. I don't care for it. It's 90% filler from what I've heard. Even though people love the filler, I don't want the filler.
If Final Fantasy,
want
it's just kind of fallen off a cliff from what I've seen. I was never a big fan of it. I know you were a big fan of it. I've played a couple of them and I liked what I've played. I never beat one, but I have liked the ones that I played. They're the ones you've recommended to me. I own a couple on PC. I own the most recent one on PlayStation 5, even though it looks like a PS2 game. But from what I've heard about this one, like the fans who are super diehards really liked it, but it didn't catch anybody. It didn't like bring anybody new on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it was never going to, and I don't know why they thought it would.
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess they were thinking like, oh, well, we're just going to make something that looks really pretty, and people are going to go for it. And the gameplay, if you watch it being played, it looks fun. Just I don't know, it doesn't grab me in any way.
Yeah, it seems generic in the least generic way possible. Like I can't explain it. When I look at this game, it looks cool. It looks beautiful visually. The gameplay looks all right, but like you said, there's nothing about it that tells me, hey, you should play this. It's just like, okay, whatever. Another Final Fantasy game that looks prettier than the rest of them. Whatever. All right.
Yeah, that's pulling on nostalgia. Like that's its whole kicker is we're nostalgia the game. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't have that nostalgia, so
yeah, and I love Final Fantasy VII, the original one on PS1. Great game. I mean, I have it on PS1. I have it on PS3. I bought it again, I think, on PS4, and I have it on Switch. I love Final Fantasy VII. Like, it is a great game. Crazy, wild story. But I'm just not a fan of these remakes.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Yep. And then one I saw the name. I don't know what the heck it is, but number 6 is 1000 X Resist.
Oh, I already like the sound of this from the first line.
Across its 12-hour runtime, it explores themes of generational trauma, immigration, authoritarian governments, grief, and about a dozen others with deftness and nuance nearly unheard in the modern gaming. Ugh, can't talk today.
All right, I'm buying this one as soon as I can too. I just put this on the list. It's on Steam.
Yeah, let me know, because I don't know how to feel about this one.
Well, first of all, the armor that everybody has in the game, both the main character and other people that I'm seeing in the screenshots, the armors are fucking awesome. Visually, it just looks interesting. It's very low key, like not a lot's going on, but it's very stylized. And the story sounds really cool. So yeah, I think I'm going to like this one. I think you'd probably like it too, but whenever I get it, I'll play it and I'll let you know.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know anything about it besides like, it looks like it has like some like crazy Japanese Persona-esque type nonsense going on here.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it's definitely got some Persona DNA in there.
Yep. The next one they chose is Animal Well, which was a huge indie hit. People loved it. Sadly, it couldn't compete with Baltro, whatever it's called.
Balls.
The card game. Yeah. Which apparently there's a new thing going on talking about Baltro, whatever it's called, the card game. People are now playing that in real life. They're playing like a weird combat version, making it like a 2-player game. So it's still solitaire, but you have someone who's like the enemy trying to mess up your game.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I got to read more into that, but it sounds wild.
That might start a whole new thing.
Yeah. Developer Billy Bosso, because this is a 1-person game. Animal Well expertly exists among a collection of genres. It's a Metroidvania type game with great puzzles. That's basically the best way to describe this one.
It looks interesting. It doesn't really stand out to me personally, but it looks interesting at least.
Yeah. People seem to love it. I've tried not to spoil myself on it because I do plan to get it at some point. Because Metroidvania, I'm there for it.
Yeah, this is more of a you thing than me.
Speaking of Metroidvanias, number 4, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, the best Prince of Persia game to date. Like, I don't care what anybody says. Sands of Time. What the heck was that?
The ghost dog. Technical difficulties.
That was behind my computer, dude.
That's weird.
Yeah, I'm down here
just
alone.
fell off the desk or something.
Yeah, it could be. Anyways, yeah, Sands of Time for PS2 was a fun game. I do like it. I appreciate it for what it is. But this game is solid gold. It's beautiful. The controls are so smooth. Combat is just perfect. It is flawless. Boss fights are just, they're deep and like they make you think. You have to be quick on your feet. It's everything I want. Everything I want in a Metroidvania. Like they absolutely nailed this style. I would put it up there with the Symphony of the Night, the Castlevania one.
Yeah, I mean, I am going to buy this game at some point. I'm not a big Metroidvania guy. I have liked Prince of Persia. I've played a couple, never beat one, but I played a couple. I like the premise of Prince of Persia. This one just looks smooth as hell. It looks really good. And it just, the only thing I don't like about it is that he has like the Killmonger haircut. I'm fucking tired of that haircut. It looks cool, but it's played out at this point. It's like the only the only hairstyle you see on anybody who's not white in video games for the last like 10 years.
Yeah.
But
it's like a couple years back, you would have seen everybody with a fuckboy haircut.
Yeah.
I mean, the last one we got with that was Atomic Heart. Is that what it's called?
I think he has that. Yeah. And it's outside of that, it looks really cool. I love the sword. I love the animations and gameplay have such a fluidity to them. I really like that. So it looks like a tactile, fun experience.
Yeah. So good.
Yep.
But yeah, this one, I 100% agree. That was one of the best games we've seen in a while. It's the best Prince of Persia by far. Like, which is hands down.
It's shocking because nobody talked about it, at least from what I saw. Like, nobody talked about this game at all.
Yeah, and what's funny about this is Ubisoft disbanded the team that made it. They separate them into different divisions of Ubisoft.
Oh, you mean Ubisoft, the company that's dead because the last AC game was going to sell like shit? That Ubisoft?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember they shut down the day after Shadows dropped. The whole company just shut down. We're not going to get anything else from them because, it was a flop, and that means they're dead because I didn't like this game because I had a black guy. Yeah,
nobody liked Shadows, dude. It sold like shit. I mean, for what's like 5 to 10 million copies? What is that? Come on.
Yeah. Ridiculous. Their number 3 pick, best RPG, Metaphor ReFantasio. I haven't played it. I don't have a PS5. I'm still playing, PS4 if I feel like ever turning it on, and then I don't even have the thing plugged in.
Yeah.
It just sits underneath my TV. I play Switch, and Switch does not have this. Maybe Switch 2 will. I hope it does. That would be dope.
I could see that being a thing. I am going to buy this game, 100%. I already decided like months ago that I will be buying this game at some point. It looks so good.
Yeah, it's a new Persona, but not Persona.
Yep.
And I love it. I love it. I so badly want to play this.
Yeah. Same.
There, and then here, Balatro, number 2, which
Alls.
I've never played it. It looks weird. I'll probably will play it at some point in my life. That's a game.
Yeah, I'll pass. I don't know why it got so high on everything. Like, I just don't see why everyone loves it as much as they do. I mean, I'm sure it's good. I'm sure it's fun. It just makes no sense to me how it beat out games like Metaphor and shit like that.
Yeah, and I think it's because it's a new take on roguelike. And I like roguelikes like that. I don't know why. I used to hate games like that. I don't like games where you just have to like lose constantly in order to progress. But then these roguelikes, right? I call them roguelite instead of roguelike because rogue is different from all these games that everybody calls a roguelike.
Yes. Yeah. They are roguelites, Lite or Light. Yeah. No, I mean, I was a Souls fan before anybody knew about Dark Souls, so I love punishing myself. I love roguelikes and roguelites. I'll probably never play this one, though. It's just not it's not a take that I personally appreciate.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll get it on a sale sometime. Maybe buy a physical copy of it, and yeah, I'll see what it's like.
Yeah.
And then their number one, Astrobot, which I saw that one coming because
Yeah.
the game looks beautiful. I mean, you're not a platformer guy. I'm kind of a platformer person, and it just looks so enjoyable.
Oh, like I feel about this the way I feel about Prince of Persia. I'll probably get it someday. I'm not a big platformer guy, but it again just looks so smooth and fun to play that I'll definitely, and especially if you could play it like couch co-op. I mean, I could play it with my wife and shit too. I will definitely.
I don't know if
buy
there
this
is a
game.
2-player.
It probably has 2-player. Yeah, and
I know you unlocked a bunch of them.
It uses the haptic feedback. It utilizes that for the PS5, which they have the best controller in terms of that shit at this point. Yeah, they have a Helldiver outfit on this too.
Oh, yeah, it's single player.
Shit.
Yeah, you're just out of luck there.
I'll still buy it at some point. One, for the Helldiver outfit, because I have to spread, manage democracy. But it just looks like a fun, smooth time. It's a good turn your brain off, jump through some shit kind of game.
Yeah, and it basically does everything the PS5 offers.
Yeah,
like it's their what should be a pack-in game, but it deserves to not be a pack-in game, and it's worth the money because of what it is.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Yep, it's the new Sackboy.
Yeah, it's unlike what Nintendo's doing with the Switch 2 and making the Welcome Tour a game you have to pay $10 for when it could just be a free pack-in title, because that's what it is. It's just a pack-in title. Like learn about the console.
It looks like shit, by the way.
It's an interactive guide.
It looks fucking bad, dude.
Yeah.
Like the Switch 2 in general looks cool. I like the idea of the Switch 2, but that particular Welcome Tour game, asking $10 for that is ridiculous.
Yeah. And then their additional categories, they have Echoes of Wisdom. Love this game. It is fantastic. It's one of the best Zeldas I've played in a long time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Indiana Jones, best Xbox exclusive. I'll give them that.
Yeah. They got nothing else. So.
Yeah, it was cool. They already did this one. Oh, best developer. Yeah, okay. Best publisher, Sega Atlas. Yeah, Atlas has bangers. Sega Atlas. I mean, you have Yakuza.
Yeah.
Metaphor. Did they even have new Monkey Balls?
I think they did. I thought I heard something about that. Yeah, no, they deserve that, at least for this year.
Best VR, Arkham Shadow. This game looks so good. But it's a Facebook goggle thing exclusive.
VR.
Yeah. Well, what do they call it? Is it the Meta? It's their helmet.
The Quest.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm pretty sure that's it.
Yeah, Meta Quest exclusive.
Nope.
Best Action, Stellar Blade. I'm never going to play that one. Doesn't look interesting to me. The people who like it, a lot of them, not everybody, because there are people who just like it because it's action RPG and they find it fun. Yeah. But there's a lot of people who just liked it because big booty shake.
Yeah, the Chuds ruined that for me. I'll never play it.
Yeah. I don't agree with this at all. Best moment, no.
Destiny 2 with the best moment.
Yeah. Best hero, Indica from Indica? Yeah, I don't know the game.
A nun seeking forgiveness and faith. Whatever.
Yeah. Best villain, the dude from Indiana Jones, and I've watched a lot on him and all that, and I have to agree. They made it a true Indiana Jones character.
Good. I'll buy that game at some point, way down the line.
Best dork in a bad game, Captain Boomerang. We'll move on. Best blah blah, skipping it.
Well, for the DLC, Shadow of the Erd Tree deserves that shit, because Shadow of the Erd Tree is basically a second game.
Yeah,
it's huge. Plus, I think 60-something% of the people who bought it couldn't access it because you needed to beat this super fucking hard boss in order to get to the area.
Best horror, mouthwashing. I don't know it. I don't play many horror games.
I do.
Because of this. I can't see anything in this picture besides him and the sign. I know there's stuff here. I can't make it out. It's too dark. And that's how the game's going to be. I don't want to have to turn the brightness up, and I hate when I have to turn the brightness up. because it doesn't make the room brighter. It just makes your screen white, and then you can't see anything because now it's white.
Yeah, that's not fun. And I've seen gameplay of this on shorts on YouTube, but I could never find, because none of the assholes that I saw who put gameplay up for this put the name of the game in the description or anything. So I just found it on Steam. Thank fucking God. That's dope. I put it on my wish list.
And then best adaptation. Best adaptation. Fallout. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, caveat. Best adaptation of Bethesda's Fallout. I have to do it.
Yeah.
I have to say it. Because Bethesda's Fallout is not Fallout as we knew it. And I've become more and more bitter on that as I think about it here for the last couple of years. How Bethesda has just kind of destroyed Fallout, in my opinion. So it's a good show, but it's not. I'm scared of the second season.
I can't put the destruction of it just solely on them, because if who made Brotherhood of Steel or whatever that game was called, Fallout Brotherhood.
Shit. I forgot.
That was the original people. They ruined it themselves. That game is hot trash, just absolutely unbearable, disgusting hot trash.
Yeah, it is. It is. But that was always a spin-off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They didn't ruin the mainline adaptations. Now, I love Fallout 3. I love Fallout New Vegas. Fallout New Vegas is more in line with OG Fallout, 100%. I love Fallout. I love those games. I love Fallout 4. I really do. It's a great game, just a shitty Fallout game.
It's a great city builder exploration game.
Yeah, and for me, it's a great survival game because I played on the new survival. Well, not new, but survival mode that they added way after it came out. And the survival mode is actually really fun in that game. But just looking at what they did to Fallout just bothers me more and more as time goes on, dude. It's kind of like what I'm sure they're going to do with the Elder Scrolls, even though that's their own IP and they're going to destroy it.
Yep. Gotta love it. All right. So now we're done with that. I'm happy Game Informer's back. But now we're going to go on to our main topic since we've already been here for an hour.
Woo!
The corrupt. And yes, this is corruption in fiction. We're not talking about real corruption because we're not going to get super political and all that stuff or talk about nonsense because we could go on for hours, but instead we're going to talk about fictional, days, weeks, years, just never stop talking.
Millennia.
There's so much corruption in the world, but in fantasy and fiction. So we both picked two characters. We both have one from a video game and one from a movie.
Yep.
So you want to go first? You could choose one of yours and I'll go after.
Yeah, sure. I will go with my video game character first. The video game character that I picked is you, being the player.
Me. Yay.
You in particular, Sir Felix.
Yes.
But it is the player character from the game Contraband Police. And this is assuming that you choose to side with the regime in that game, because when you play Contraband Police, you could side with the rebels or you could side with the regime in a basically kind of exaggerate, well, maybe not exaggeration, but a mock-up of a Soviet republic somewhere in Eastern Europe. It's a shithole. It's a place where corruption runs rampant and people are fighting for their freedom against a horrific government led by a dictator who's just a fat chode. And they're getting a new DLC, Crimson Fall. It's coming out, I think, this year or next year, which I'm super excited for. But you could choose to be you are a border crossing agent who winds up searching vehicles and checking passports and shit like that. And you could, give people the green light to come through, or you could refuse them. You catch drug smugglers and shit. Really fun game. But if you side with the regime, you could be the most corrupt person ever. You could if you're not with the regime, no matter what, whoever you side with, you could basically let some people slide and shit. If a guy's coming from a country that you're maybe at war with and he needs a sticker, but he just doesn't have that sticker, you could, hey, whatever, go through, make sure he doesn't have drugs or anything. You could be like that, or you could be a complete stickler and a hard ass. You could catch everybody on drugs. You could frame people for shit. You could take someone out of their vehicle and put them in jail for no reason. You'll get money taken off. You could take bribes from people. You could buy and sell drugs to and from people.
So this is like a darker version of Papers, Please, kind of.
Yes, it's a 3D / more grounded in reality version of Papers, Please. Yeah.
And you can shoot people? Like, what's up with this? There's a picture with a gun.
You see, sometimes the outpost, like the border crossing outpost, will get attacked by rebels or like gangsters and shit, and you get into gunfights. There is a storyline, and if whoever you in the very beginning of the story, after the tutorial, you choose, do you side with the rebels or do you side with the regime? And the story will go past that point. You could frame a guy for murder at one point. I did that. Like there's all kinds of corrupt. So when you play this game, you could be the most corrupt scumbag imaginable, or you could fight for the freedom of your people. And I think it's an awesome game. It's some of the most fun I've ever had in a game whose premise is so on the surface bland. Like you're a border crossing agent,
Yeah.
But it's a hell of a great game. And I love every minute I've spent in it.
Nice. All right. Then I'll do my game character. And the most corrupt person I could think of is Dutch Vanderlinde.
Yep.
From the Red Dead series. And he is... What I like about him is he's not one who's actually doing anything himself. He's so, manipulative that he has basically everybody working for him.
Yep.
And he never has to lift a finger. Like, really, if he doesn't want to, he can just sit back and Dutch's gang will do everything for him.
Oh,
but you really get to see how corrupt he is. Like, you know how corrupt he is in 1, because they talk about it, but 2, you actually get to see it. See how manipulative this guy is and just how terrible a person he is.
Slimy.
He's slimy. He's gotten everybody to just be the worst version of themselves. He encourages Arthur to be evil. Like, he truly corrupts Arthur and if you play as Arthur, you kind of get the sense that Arthur's not a bad guy.
No.
He's wrapped in with the wrong people and he wants to protect them because he's now feels like they're his family. And that's partially because, Dutch is very manipulative. And he's a well done character. Very well done.
Yeah. Well, and you get to see his fall in 2. Like, you see, he's a bad dude from the start, but and he's manipulative even from the start. Like, if you pay attention to the shit he says and how he talks to people and everything, like you could tell he's just kind of a manipulative, sleazy dude. But he gets so much worse through the second game.
Yep. And he's basically always has dirt on his people. So if you ever try to cross him, he has dirt on you to take you down. He will straight up turn you into the cops. Like, he will screw you over as hard as he possibly can.
Yep. It's sad, honestly. And do you think he had good intentions? Do you think he ever had good intentions?
No, he's purely in everything for himself. 100%.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a ounce of respect that he deserves, at all.
Yeah. I think that he thought he had good intentions. I think he believed he had good intentions, but he just never did. He was always for himself, but he believed that he was serving other people.
Yep. And then people praised him for being the leader, and it just went straight to his head. And he now thinks he's like a king that deserves everything.
Yep. It's sad, but great story.
Yeah. Yeah. He's also very paranoid, which is fantastic. He straight up loses his mind in Red Dead 2.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then you see the aftermath of that in Red Dead 1.
Yeah. And literally everything that happens is his fault. Like, it all comes back to it's Dutch's fault.
Yep. Literally everything. Well, like you said too, that Arthur he's not a good guy, but he could have been a good guy if Dutch never got involved with him.
Yeah. Yep. Oh man, that'd be good.
Oh yeah, Josh Brolin is Dutch.
Yeah.
Oh dude, that would be
That
so good.
Looked right.
Well, they have Ian McShane as Dutch too. He would actually work too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that basically, yeah, it would just be him playing his character from Deadwood, though, because they are pretty much the same, except he's like a businessman instead of just being a piece of scum.
An outlaw.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so yeah, he can't do it then. But I mean, hell, the voice actor who did Dutch could probably play Dutch too. Like, I mean, he's bigger than Dutch. Like, he's a pretty big dude.
Yeah, but yeah, he has the face.
Yeah.
He's just a little chubbier.
I think they kind of modeled him, Dutch, a little bit off of him. Like, they started with his face and then changed a couple features up.
Yeah. Well, we got to see his chin to know if he has the butt chin.
Yeah, we have to see the chin, and I would never ask that man to shave that glorious beard.
Well, we're not going to have him shave the whole thing, just a strip right there.
Just like a reverse landing strip. Just on the chin. We got to confirm the butt chin.
Yeah, I absolutely admire how scummy this character is and how great of a job this guy does as playing him.
100%. Yeah. I mean, this guy's incredible. Everybody, the whole cast for Red Dead is incredible.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't care what anybody says. Yeah, GTA is fun, but the whole series is trash compared to Red Dead.
Yeah. If you're looking at story, and even at this point, until GTA 6 comes out, because I'm sure 6 will have better gameplay and better world and environment than Red Dead 2. But in terms of story and activities and shit, yeah, Red Dead shits all over GTA, 100%.
I don't even know if it'll have better gameplay. I mean, gameplay is one of the things I like the most about it, besides story. It is the gameplay of Red Dead is so good, especially 2. It's so perfect. You kill the animal, you skin it, you do all this extra stuff, and it feels so real. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Like the activities you could do in Red Dead 2 in particular are just fucking awesome. Also, I love just slow, like clopping around on my horse, through the countryside, having that big like panoramic camera view where you could just have the camera kind of follow you and you don't have to hold anything as you ride along the road and shit. Like, it is such a beautiful and picturesque and enjoyable experience. I don't know if GTA 6 is gonna matter. I mean, it's a totally different vibe with GTA 6.
Yeah.
So, and they better have fishing. If GTA 6 doesn't have fishing, it automatically loses to Red Dead.
Yep. Absolutely. All right. Who's your next one?
The next one is Daniel Plainview. Plainview. There you go. Yep. Played by Daniel Day-Lewis.
Who's a trash actor. He's never done anything great in his life.
You shut your damn mouth. Daniel Day-Lewis is without dispute my favorite actor and will remain my favorite actor. He is incredible in everything he's in. But he in the movie There Will Be Blood, he plays Daniel Plainview, who is an oil baron, effectively. And I if you haven't watched the movie, I definitely suggest watching it. So I'm not going to go into too many details, but being an oil baron in the early 1900s or late 1800s, I forget exactly when. Actually, let me see. I could probably get a year. 1902. It starts off in 1902. So he starts off basically looking for gold. And while digging for gold, he finds oil. And he was like a gold panner, but then got into the oil shit because he found oil on the land that he had the right to. And basically he gets into a ton of shit because of his greed. His greed fuels him more than anything else. He has a son, an adopted son, who he winds up basically just totally fucking over and throwing out of his life, and then blaming his son for all the issues that he caused to himself, Daniel Plainview. He winds up killing a man. Actually, he kills 2 people in the movie. and has no remorse, has no like nothing. He's a sociopathic, narcissistic greed monster in this movie, effectively, and that beast within him is what drives absolutely everything that he does. So if you haven't seen the movie, I 100% recommend it. It's an incredible movie.
Yep. Yeah, let's just see for people.
People like
see where
it.
we can watch it.
Oh yeah.
Well, no, see where people can watch it.
Paramount.
Yeah, Paramount's it, or you could rent it from Google, Apple TV, or Fandango. It's worth it. It's worth $4, definitely, like easily.
Oh my God, it's worth. Dude, I'd pay $10 to watch this movie, dude. Look at those reviews too. 91%, 92%. Like,
yeah,
it's so goddamn good, and it's not like an action-packed, thriller kind of movie. It is a slower movie, but it's a good look at how unending greed and pride could absolutely dismantle a man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it has a young Paul Dano.
Yep. And it has a speech at the end of the movie, which is one of the best speeches ever, or monologues, I should say.
Yeah.
I drink your milkshake. Drainage. Definitely watch this movie.
Yep. All right, now for mine. So, boom, Alexander Pierce, aka Robert Redford.
Yep.
Alexander Pierce from Captain America: Winter Soldier, the gentleman who takes over S.H.I.E.L.D. and is actually a high-ranking Hydra leader.
Yep.
He is. If you haven't seen this movie, it is one of the best Marvel movies, like, if not the best Marvel movie that they've made.
Hands down.
And choosing Robert Redford to play this character is a weird choice. Let's see if I can just get him. Yeah, here's what he looks like in the picture you're seeing up there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not. They just keep showing me that. I was hoping I get more comic book pictures. But yeah, he's actually a fighter. He's an actual spy. He's an espionage agent for S.H.I.E.L.D.
But he looks like a bad guy.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But the way they portrayed him in the movie was a bit different than how he is in the comics. I don't believe there was ever a moment when he took over S.H.I.E.L.D. like that. Mm-hmm. It still absolutely worked, though. It's choosing Robert Redford to play this character, since Robert Redford is a legendary actor, was just a perfect choice. He plays the scummiest of scum in the whole universe. He basically goes out to make sure that everybody's killed, essentially. Like, get Captain America kicked out of S.H.I.E.L.D., like, take away his ranking and his privileges, get the heck's his name? Samuel L. Jackson's character. Why can't I think of it?
Nick Fury.
Yeah, Nick Fury. Thank you. Get Nick Fury killed. And yeah, it was eventually try to kill Captain America so Hydra could just fully take over the world, because it puts him in a position of power, and that's all he wanted. At least this version of him just wants power. The comic book character wanted respect and to be known as the best S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. But and he was still a traitor, complete trash. And he would never compete. He doesn't even compare to Black Widow, to be honest, in the comics. Black Widow is better at everything.
Well, she's the best.
Oh yeah, she's savage. But yeah, no, this dude fully destroys everything. He almost basically takes down all of America, which would eventually, in the end, once they took over America and defeated the superheroes, they would go on to take over the rest of the world. It would put Hydra at full command, and he would be a high-ranking official, basically leading the operation, leading the charge. He, again, did it basically just for himself. He wants that power, wants that respect, and was willing to kill everyone in his way, get his hands dirty, and doesn't care.
was he always a member of Hydra, or did he sign on like late in the game? Or
Yeah, so he started off being a Shield agent. Like they even keep that true in the movie. But then he was swayed to the temptation of I can be powerful. I can have this. Yeah. It then all became about him.
So he's an egomaniac.
Yeah.
Power hungry
Yeah,
ass.
Which means he's packing,
the tiniest of peens.
Yeah. He probably drives a huge truck and overcompensation.
Votes a certain way.
Yeah. He votes for Hillary.
I mean, also viable. No, I love his representation in the movies. He's such like you could kind of tell something's up with him when you first meet him in the movies, but like when he finally comes out, it's like, well, I don't know. I mean, the Marvel movies there are a lot of things, but they're not fucking subtle. Like you could tell he was going to be the bad guy, but it's played off in a way where maybe he's just like a corpo exec, like hard ass kind of guy. And he isn't the bad guy,
Yeah. Yeah. Someone who's there to actually respect Shield's legacy, to keep up the good work that Shield's doing, even though Shield is questionable.
That's a word for
questionable at best. Yep.
Oh,
I love this one, and I highly recommend if you're just going to watch any of the Marvel movies, just watch the Captain America movies and be done.
Yeah. No, I've been cruising through all the Marvel movies for the second time lately, and I'm well past this movie. And before I started doing this again, this was my favorite Marvel movie. Now that I'm past this movie and have watched like 8 or 9 Marvel movies at this point, this is still again, I should say, this is still my favorite Marvel movie, and I think it'll always be that way.
Yeah, and it's good the whole way through. Like, absolutely. Oh, I don't have pictures. I went cast. Just look at the cast.
Yeah.
It is stacked, and everybody does a fantastic job. Especially having him actually come out. Like they put Crossbones in it, which Crossbones in one of the comics actually kills Cap.
Oh shit.
Mm-hmm. Also had which they didn't really give him his full title, but the UFC fighter George St. Pierre, he was I don't know, say it's Batroc, I believe. Batroc, the leper. He's he's a very people who read the comics of Cap know him, but he wasn't like the hugest name. He is a named villain that Cap fought a few times, but yeah, they put him in there and just kind of kept him a little bit low key. You see him fight Cap at the beginning on the ship, and that's just so beautiful. So beautiful.
Is he enhanced or something? This Batroc guy? Like, is he a superhero or like a mutant?
He's a supervillain.
Okay.
He's an acrobat. Yeah, I'm glad they didn't keep him in his costume.
Oh God, that's terrible. Oh God. With the French mustache and shit, too.
Yeah, he's a master of kickboxing, of the French form of kickboxing, known as Savate.
Le kickboxing.
Yeah.
Okay, because the way he holds up against Cap in that movie, it almost seems they build him up as like he's an equal almost to Cap.
He's not just highly skilled. Yeah.
So he should have gotten his ass kicked a little more, I think, in that fight.
Well, here's the thing. So Cap can do some amazing things that show like just incredible strength.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to it, he is just peak human, which doesn't make any sense. He's a peak human who held a freaking helicopter to a landing pad.
Yeah, no, he's beyond peak human.
Yeah, Marvel needs to just come down and say, like, yeah, when we say peak human, we mean he's just shy of the Hulk, because he gets there. I mean, he's beat up the Hulk.
Well, maybe they mean it this way. Okay, maybe they mean it this way. Like in Warhammer 40K, they call Space Marines like the apex of human evolution. So Space Marines are basically what humans will become in like 1,000,000 years. You know what I mean? So maybe that's how they mean it. So Cap is basically what humans will be in like a couple thousand years, basically. But he's still a super soldier. He's beyond human at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. But I do want to give a shout out to one quick honorable mention, which, because we talked about them earlier. Shinra of Final Fantasy VII, the Shinra Electric Power Company. Complete and utter scumbags. Like, this is the most corrupt company to ever exist. Like, they make Bezos look like a saint.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and the way that Bezos or Amazon treats their workers.
Wonderfully.
Yeah.
With great respect.
But yeah, so if you've never played Final Fantasy VII, so
No.
in the remake, the first remake game, you start off in the one town, whatever its name is. I'm not going to try to think of it right now because I really don't care. You like they live in the slums. It's like it's a complete it's a shithole. It is like that's the best way to describe this town they live in. It is completely run down. It's grimy, and you're living underneath these like this big reactor and these metal plates. You're basically underground in a way. And that's all because of Shinra. Shinra wanted it that way. Not because they needed to have them down there. They wanted to have them down there. They wanted to treat them like trash while they're living in luxury, making just like insane amounts of money. Like they are like the richest company ever.
So they just got off on it, basically. Like it's a power thing.
Yep.
Oh, Christ.
Yep, do it for fun. So, I mean, when you see some of them die, you actually cheer for it. Like, even though you're not the one who killed them, you cheer for it. Well, I mean, I guess you don't really see a guy die. You think he's dead, but then he comes back and you fight him. But
so they're basically just the Saudi Arabians with their slaves, effectively.
Yeah.
That's really
and they work on mutation. They make one of your characters in it with Red 13. They literally start doing like some genetic testing on this like dog wolf type creature, and it's sad. It's sad what they do and so disgusting. But they are absolutely terrible, absolutely terrible. And they're SEC, which I also believe is Sony Entertainment Company.
What is it like to work for Sony? Do we know? Like, has anyone come out and said that they're shit or something?
I've never heard anything. Well, I mean, Charlene Drazard, or whatever her name is, she worked for them. She worked for the studio that makes God of War.
Oh, shit. I thought she worked for IGN, too.
Yeah, she worked for a few different places. Employee rating of 4.1 out of 5 stars. Out on Glassdoor. Out of almost 3,000 reviews.
All right, so that's not too bad. You can't always trust that shit, but that's not bad.
Yeah. They offer work-life balance, such as half-day Fridays, summer and winter breaks.
Shit.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they're not terrible.
This is the American branch?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Yeah. Because the Japanese branch, they get 0 time off. They work them to death.
Yeah.
No work-life balance. You work for 12-hour shifts minimum.
Yep.
Yeah, I can see the American branch probably being okay.
Oh, no. This is the Japanese side.
Ah, well, maybe we can't trust it then, man. If it's Japanese people saying they have good work-life balance, that means they have like 2 hours off a night. Like, any interview to PlayStation?
Yes, people just asking questions, which I think they're in the wrong section. Salary is low, and bad English of workers. Well, yeah, you just told me it's bad English by that sentence.
Yeah.
Bad management, but they like the work-life balance, and great people work there, except for bad management. But I mean, I feel like that's most jobs in general, right?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. And management is basically always bad. So,
Yeah, here you go. Bad management. This sums up bad management. Can sometimes deliberate decision making.
yeah. That's
But-
just management.
Yeah. Good corporate structure for growth. Flexible hours. That's from Houston. This is New York. That last one I read. San Diego, California.
Discriminating
Ooh.
place.
Ooh. Worked there 5 years. Had a mental disability. Okay. Yeah. People need to be more accepting of mental disabilities, like issues, mental health. That it's disgusting that we're in the year 2025 and we're still discriminating against mental health issues. I mean, I put in an application for a place and they asked me in the application, do you have any disabilities? So I had to disclose the fact that I have a couple of them. Like I have some neurological issues and I recovered from Guillain-Barré.
Yep.
So it's like, oh, this is weird. This is weird. Am I going to get hired?
They won't take you, but they can get away with it because they'll just say, oh, you weren't a right fit. But it's like, okay, why wasn't I a right fit? Is it because of the neuro shit? Is it because of the physical shit? Is it all of the above? We all know it's all of the above.
Yep. God. It's interesting. Now you know. It's interesting.
It's an interesting word to use for a job description of a job. It's interesting.
The con. Lots of travel, often to the West Coast. Like, bro, get over yourself. Get over yourself.
Paying for that shit or reimbursing you, I don't see how that's.
Yeah, it would be company travel.
Yeah. Unless, I guess I could understand, like, some people just like to stay down. I don't like to go out very often, but, if I got, like, a free ticket to the West Coast often, like, all right.
Yeah, they were probably going to the like San Diego region where their like the PlayStation office is located.
Yeah. And
it's like at that point, like I'm just seeing the fact that they're New York and they're just doing that petty thing of like, oh well, we're better than the West Coast. Why would I want to go there? And that's just petty. Get over yourself.
Yeah, both of those suck equally. Although California's prettier, so
yeah. But New York has a better baseball team. Go Yankees. Anyways.
Sports.
Yeah, that was what we had for those topics. Now we have a movie that we watched. Did you know we watched a movie? We watched a movie.
Did we watch a movie?
Yeah. Did you forget to watch it?
No, I watched it.
Oh, okay.
I watched this one. I got some feelings on this one, but what you go over the movie and then tell me what you think.
Bum ba bum bum bum. We watched The Passenger, a movie that kind of silently dropped in 2023, and it is an indie film, and it is interesting. So, full disclosure, I went on Google and I just typed in like movies that involved corruption or a corrupt villain, and found a Reddit post and went through, and this movie was mentioned by one person. And it had like 23 likes. And I was like, well, everything else has like 1,000 likes. So I guess I'll go with this one. And it's I don't know if I'd really call this a movie of corruption. It's just more of insanity. Like it's all about these dudes. And I'm going to give this movie a 20,000 out of 10 because I like his shirt. Let's see if I can find pictures of this. This shirt. Right there. I love that shirt. That shirt is so dope.
It is cool.
I don't know why. It kind of reminds me of Donnie Darko in a way.
Yeah. Well, wasn't it Darko Productions or something that made the movie? I'm pretty sure it's what it was. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what they were called, is Darko Productions.
MGM.
But they had a Darko production, I think, at the beginning.
Yeah, pull up on IMDb or something. Oh, there's IMDb.
Darko Entertainment LLC.
I don't see them mentioned. Okay. We'll go with that. So maybe it is a throw out to Donnie Darko.
I saw it somewhere.
This movie starts off and it kind of makes you think it's going to be this crazy, dark, gory, horror film. And it's not like it's more of a thriller, I'd say, like instead of a horror in any way. And it's a slow burn, but the story itself is pretty interesting. It was like, I was watching this with my wife and we kind of looked at each other like a little over halfway through. And it's like, this movie is super slow, but I'm excited to see what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
Because the bad guy, which is this dude right here, was interesting. Like he himself was interesting. I did not care for the main character, the main kid.
Yeah.
He was annoying. Actor was fine, but yeah, no, Kyle Gallner, who played Benson, was absolutely the star of this film. 100%.
100%. Yeah. I love him as an actor. He's great in everything he's in.
Yeah. It was it's a very mixed bag of cookies. Like my wife was into it at first too, but then at the end she was like, I'm glad that's over.
Yeah. I don't think I liked this movie very much, but I did feel a lot of tension through the movie. Like, it's really good for tension.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of points where shit gets real tense, and I felt that almost in a way like you would feel it with a horror movie, but just for different reasons. I don't understand the point of it though. Like, I just don't get it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, so Benson and what the heck's his name? Randy, or Bradley as they call him most of the time. They both work together at this restaurant. And then at one point, Benson snaps and things just spiral out of control from that point on.
Yeah.
But he sees like this pathetic, but okay, possibly savable guy that he works with and wants to make him a better person. Meanwhile, Benson is unhinged. So he has like kind of good intentions to fix this kid, to make him a better person, but also is just making things worse by being the trash person he is, who's insane and wants to kill people.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a really weird story. And it's based off a book. And
okay.
Yeah, we're probably missing context from the book, but you can at least see how in it he does try partially to help out Bradley. Like he does have that intent. Like I want to make you get past these issues, whatever issues you have that's holding you back and keeping you from being like the person you can be.
Yeah, like he wants to have this kid start to stand up for himself, and he wants to teach him that, like, to actually stop taking shit from people and stand up for yourself, but he does it in his own twisted way because he's like a total psychopath. And the movie feels very like nihilistic, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. It left me feeling a little uncomfortable, which maybe is the point of it. And it's not bad. It's not a bad movie. I just don't think I ever need to watch it again.
Yeah, I get that. But without saying much, do you also want to know what this dude did?
I have a suspicion, but yeah, I do want to know.
Oh, yeah. I think it was like a little bit of some handsy stuff.
Yeah, to someone he knew, because he said, like, I knew somebody who went to that elementary.
Oh, kind of think it was him.
You think it was? I mean, he was real fucking mad. Like he was real mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it could have been him. Yeah, it definitely could have been him. But I feel like it's either him or like a sister or something, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's quite wild.
Yeah.
Quite wild. But it's a thrill ride, I'd say.
Yeah. Yeah,
and
it
keeps
is
you on the edge of your seat, but it's so weird because it keeps you on the edge of your seat, but it's slow.
Yeah. Yeah. It's tense. It's very tense. The entire movie has a through line of tension with certain points where it gets to the point where you're like holding your breath because you don't know what the fuck this guy Benson is going to do next. Yeah. he's unpredictable, but yet it also like kind of makes you feel like comfortable with him, even though he's unpredictable. It's just it's an interesting movie. It's unlike it's really unlike any other movie I've seen in a couple ways.
Yep. And I absolutely loved her. I loved her character.
Yeah.
It was like because the movie is pretty dark and like depressing, but she's the light of the movie. Yeah.
You could tell she's such a good person as her character.
Yeah, she had character growth we didn't get to see. Yeah. But it worked.
It did. And I liked her a lot.
And Benson's mom was weird.
Yeah. Yeah, always
Super
talking.
Weird.
Like buggering him on the phone.
And she didn't show up. Randy's mom, Bradley's mom, whatever you want to call him. And I thought she was going to. I thought she was going to be a stop on their trip to saving Bradley.
Yeah, I thought she might have been too, but nope. But that actually kind of added to the tension too, in a way. I think everything in this movie has a purpose, and I guess I do get it. It's just I think I have to sit with it for a bit. It's such a different movie from any other movie. So I think I have to like let it sit for a bit and think about it. But yeah, no, it's good. It's good. It's not my favorite. I'd never have to watch it again, but I definitely respect it.
Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, or Brussels sprout to hot dog, what do you give it?
I gotta say, because of how unique it is and what it does, even though it's not necessarily my thing and I never have to watch it again, I think I gotta give it like an 8. I mean, it's really good at what it does, and it's an experience as a good movie should be. So I gotta say an 8.
Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of that is for his character alone. The actor played the character so well. Yeah. Yeah, and it was scary when he would get angry and shout and shit too. Yeah. Like just that, because of how believable he is. All the characters are very believable too, which is kind of scary. Yep. Yeah, it is very, very down to earth, like realistic. It gives you some weird vibes, makes you look at your coworkers different. Yeah, it's like be a good person and don't fuck with people because someday they might snap. Yeah. Yeah, they might not even be the person you're messing with. They could be like the third person just standing in the background who just doesn't want to see it anymore. They're just tired of it. Tired of it all. Yeah, it's I wouldn't call this a horror because I see it's listed as like a horror drama. I'd say it's more of a drama thriller. Yeah. Yeah. Wikipedia has it listed as a thriller. And I feel like that's way more accurate. Yeah, that's a lot more accurate. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, I recommend watching it for sure. Yeah, it's on Amazon. No extra subscription needed. You can also rent it for $4. And I would say, rent it if you have to. Yeah, if you don't pay for Amazon Prime or Amazon Plus or whatever the hell, it's worth the $4. Yeah. All right. Now, the moment everybody's always been waiting for. This week's SCP. Yeah, a Eskimos. I gotta share my screen again. Which is present. There's the button I'm looking for. I'm a professional. We're not pros yet. All right, so SCP Foundation, secure, contain, protect. This week we have I beg, I cry, I yearn for our chains to break. Last week we did a poem of some sort, so we're doing another, or I think that was last week, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was last week, yeah. Yeah, so we have another poem to go on. And we're going to go back and forth on this one. It's pretty short, but it seems interesting. Yeah. All right, let's prepare ourselves. What must I do to cope with hope, ever fleeting? Come and go, fly and fly away. What must I do to handle emotions, ever crushing? Sneeze and release, constrict and constrict away. What must I do, my people, ever bound? Wrap a coil, wind and wind away? What manner of madness is this, ever profound? Confuse and break, torment and torment away.
Sounds like work. I got the next one.
Yep.
Okay, all right. My head spins with thoughts most frivolous. They amount to but not and fly away. My heart pumps with boundless hot. Its vice holds strong and constricts away. My people cry with wearied screams. Their chains bind their chests and wind away. My madness becomes theirs. Our suffering is shared and torments away.
No more frivolous fleeting hope. I beg and beg away. No more haughty crushing emotions. I cry and cry away. No more bound screaming people. I yearn and yearn away. No more profound shared madness. Our chains break and break away. A word from the author. Oh, there actually is a link. Oh, no, we're not going to do that.
Oh, that's a beefy one.
Yeah. So he is Recep Tayyip Erdogan.
Erdogan, I think it's actually there's the dude in charge of Turkey. Erdogan. I think.
Hey, corruption! We stayed on topic.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, so that was our poem. It was beautiful. I'm going to give it a plus. Oh, wait, I'm not signed in. Never mind. I'm not going to do anything.
Well, you could sign into this shit.
Yeah. Yep. You have to create a wiki account, and I'm not doing that.
Nope.
Well, I have one. I just never signed in. Don't feel like doing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was our SCP. That's what we had for this week. It was a fun week. Like Hawk said earlier, there was a beautiful gameplay video put out today of Everspace 2.
It's short.
But it's beautiful gameplay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's the just look at it. It's real fun. If anybody wants more gameplay, just let me know. I can put up fucking hours of it.
Yeah. And we have a special video coming out on Thursday that I hope everybody checks out. It's kind of a sneak peek into what we're going to be doing in a couple weeks on the show.
Yeah.
So definitely check that out. It's a short video. I think it's like, 5-6 minutes, something like that.
Yeah, it's like 5 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah. So, yeah, definitely check that one out. And then Monday, I already posted the video and I can't think of what the heck it is. Oh, it's kind of a rant. It's a hopeful rant. It's a mix. It's a mixed bag, which fits for the blender because it's a mixed bag.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely check that one out too. Let me know what you think, especially the last part. Like that's the whole point of the video is the last thing I talk about. And I want people's opinions. Absolutely. I know Carlitos will give me some good opinions.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what we had. And we thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, please give us a little thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Leave a comment. And until next week, you all take care.
Stay safe.
La, la, la.